We're going to start today like we always start with shout from the summit. Who's got good news to share or congratulations to give? Anyone? Good news, congratulations. I want to congratulate Kate Lay. I think I see Kate in here. Kate's one of the top realtors in the region for the month of July, and it was exciting to announce that yesterday on the regional rally. So, congrats, Kate.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Good news to share.
I'll give a shout out to Savannah for her awesome contribution yesterday on the rally. She did a great job, and it's just really fun to see all the amazing things that she's doing.
She is doing amazing things. It was fun to be at um the Rocky Mountains. Excuse me, getting my events mixed up. It's fun to be at Mega Camp and see two people from our community on stage. Laura Cardin as our cultural ambassador for the region for 2026, and Savannah talking about operations and both of these ladies do a great job representing us. I don't know if they're on today, but I don't see them yet. But it's great. So thank you, Carrie, for saying that. Anyone else before we move on? Okay, let's dive in. Events to bring you up to date on. Don't forget about coaching weekly on Tuesdays with Katie, contracts with Rod. We've got a August training calendar for tech. The next event is tomorrow. It's at 1 Central, so noon Mountain. And these tech classes are now being run by Keller Williams. So all the times are given in when I say Keller Williams, what I mean is they're being run by Keller corporate. And the reason they're doing that, by the way, is it helps us get the right instructors in. So rather than having our regional tech trainer, Charles Coleman, teach everything, we're putting various regional tech trainers. AI for the Busy Agent with Janelle Gonzalez. She's the regional tech trainer for South Texas. Scott Maloof has been to the Rocky Mountain Summit. So some of you know him. He's an agent out of San Antonio. I don't know Victoria and Connor, but they're going to be talking about how they use AI as active busy agents to make their lives better. And then August 31st, there is a top 10 mega camp takeaways event with Crystal Jordan and Kimber Walton. So don't miss those. I'm teaching on Thursday, Win with Sellers, teaching from 9:30 to 12:30 on Zoom, this same channel. You can scan that QR code if you would like to attend that class. We're not going to hit every topic in Win with Sellers because it's an 8-hour class. And I know that if you're like me, you can't listen for 8 hours and I can't talk for 8 hours. So we've got a slightly abbreviated version of Win with Sellers. This class is great if you're looking to get more listing appointments, take more listings, if you need to learn how to deliver pricing recommendations at a higher level. That's what Win with Sellers is all about. So don't miss. Mountain Properties has a barbecue on Saturday. This Saturday, I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. It's come whenever you'd like between 12 and 4. It's at the Single Tree Pavilion. Thank you to Nancy Richards for putting the barbecue together. We're excited to see everybody. And by the way, this is a bring your family, bring your clients, bring whoever you'd like. It's going to be a great time. Top of the Rockies has an event at the Elks Lodge September 8th. This is a give back to the community event. The Elks Lodge is hosting a community dinner, and we're looking to be volunteers to serve the dinner and do some cleanup. If you would like to be involved, you can scan the QR code or talk to Leslie about that. Regarding training, Wednesday, September 23rd is our luxury summit. Carolyn Woe is leading it this year instead of Brady Sandall. Carolyn is bringing in some top agents from around the country. This year, when we talked to Carolyn about who she's bringing, we asked her to make sure that she's bringing people that have very specific strategies that are working now. I know if you're like me, sometimes you hear the panelists and they're talking about things that are kind of like really big picture and not very specific. And yeah, they work. And yeah, they've worked in the past, but they're not necessarily current. And we specifically asked Caroline to get us panelists um, who have something to say about this market. Does that make sense? Okay. And that's on Wednesday. On Thursday, the 24th, we've got the main event for the Rocky Mountain Summit starting this year. Speakers include Jay and Wendy Papazan, Jordan Freed, Lauren Lucas on AI, David Voorhees on tech. Ruben Gonzalez is doing an economic update. Brandon Green's talking about wealth. I believe all of these people, except for perhaps Ruben, are going to be leading breakout sessions. Friday's keynote speaker is Sahil Bloom talking about the 5 types of wealth. We're excited that KW's CEO, Chris Zarnecki, is going to be there as well. If you want to meet Chris and meet the panelists up close and personal, you can come to the evening add-on event, the Summit Soiree. This takes place in one of the penthouse suites at the top of the Height, overlooking the gondola. It's a beautiful setting. We've got dinner, drinks, like a walking dinner and drinks and time to hang out with the executives. Sahil's doing a VIP breakfast on Friday morning, 7 to 8:30. If you're a fan, you'll get a signed copy of his book, open Q&A, and just a time to meet and greet with him. Every Monday, Charles Coleman, our regional tech trainer, and I do the Mile High Market Brief. We select 5 or 6 current articles that talk about what's happening in the real estate market. And specifically, we look for yes, national news, but also specifically Colorado news and even local news. This goes on YouTube, typically on the day after. And don't miss it every Monday, 12 to 3. You just go to milehighmarketbrief.com to sign up and get it into your calendar. We've already congratulated Kate. She was number 9 individual in closed volume for the entire region. She was number 4 in GCI. Great job, Kate. Rodrigo Villafana was number 4 top individual in closed units. Great job, Rodrigo. And the Skinner team were also recognized by the region yesterday. They were number 4 top group in closed units with 13. Wow. And they were number 3 in closed volume at 10 plus million and number 3 in GCI at just shy of 260,000 in GCI. So great job, Ann and team, Kate, Rodrigo. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally, as you know, we spend the last part of the lift talking to a guest who's sharing some of their. Hold on just a second. Sarah O'Connor, before I get started, do you want to make your announcement?
Yes, thank you. So, really quick, on September 22nd in Vail, it's going to be, we're going to meet up at a listing. And then the second part is going to be at the Grand View in Vail. This is a networking lunch and learn delivered from the Colorado Young Professionals Network, which is a sector of the National Association of Realtors. And our special guest or speaker is going to be Randy Brandt Alves. And she works with NAR and she's with Michigan Realtors. And she's going to do a social media branding and local community involvement talk. If you want to get more information on this, you can visit the Altitude Realtors YPN Instagram handle. So that's Altitude Realtors YPN. I'll put it into the chat. And that's September 22nd from 10 to 4. It's free for anyone who's a realtor member.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Hey,
So
can I jump on that real quick too, Russ?
sure.
In regards to Rocky Mountain Summit, apologies if you already said this, but if you haven't actually filled out the Google form requesting your ticket that then we'll charge you back on for Rocky Mountain Summit, will you please do that as soon as possible so that we make sure that we have the appropriate number of tickets for our groups? That September 22nd event that Sarah's talking about will be a really good precursor to Rocky Mountain Summit as well. So, and we're looking at doing a couple of fun things at Rocky Mountain Summit. Monica, I'm not sure if you're on here, but Monica, I'm maybe teaching a Shine Fitness dance class on one of the mornings, and Will has floated the idea around of doing a mountain bike ride. So we're making sure that if we do a mountain bike ride, we're doing it for all levels, not just Will levels. So, so we'll get some information out to everybody about all that.
Yeah. Well, you have to sign a waiver to do the will level. Okay. So our topic today, sometimes we get questions from you or suggestions from you about things that would make life better at Top of the Rockies or mountain properties. And we wanted to spend a little bit of time today just sharing things that we are offering our agents that maybe you're missing or haven't heard about yet, or maybe you're using, but you just need to be reminded about them. So we're talking about a toolbox here that you have at your disposal. I wanted to remind everybody, I sent an email out recently, but I want to remind you about our new and improved website. All of our old URLs should be pointing towards this new website. This is a custom built website. This is the live version of it that we used Agent Image to build. And there's some things in here that still need to be changed out, but we wanted to get it launched, and it was kind of running long in the tooth a little bit. So, but I wanted to just direct it to you because everybody should be included in the Meet the Team section, and I'll show you that in a minute. This is a map-based website. We asked for the counties that we serve to be placed on the map, and it's a clickable thing. We've got the communities outlined here. Each of the communities that we serve have a subpage, and that subpage includes includes the listings for that community. I wanted to draw your attention to, and by the way, the communities are not only on the map, but also top communities are listed, client reviews that we've collected from you, join our team, get in touch. I do want to draw your attention to the About section, which is where your submitted photographs and information have been added. And because I know she's got listings right now, I'm going to search for Anne just to show you a demo of what a page could look like. That is not what that's supposed to look like. Hold on a second. Oh, I see. I'm not sure why she's showing up twice, but
Russ,
yeah.
Is there a slide deck? Because all I'm seeing is you. Unless I'm on the wrong screen.
Is everyone just looking at me?
No, we can see your screen. Sometimes you have to slide the screen left or right on your phone if you're on your phone.
Nope, I'm on my laptop. I'm looking for see if I have another view, but I don't see it.
I think Rod's coming to your rescue. I'm definitely sharing my screen. So folks, you have a bio section. You have submitted bios to us. If we didn't get your bio or if you need tweaks, send it to Marielle. Contact information, featured listings is if you have current listings, and recent solds if you have recent solds. I do want to draw your attention to what these pages look like when people click on them. And this is the case whether it's our listing or another. We wanted the website to be very focused on beautiful pictures of the properties. So you'll note when you look at a property, it's a full screen for the primary photo, the description, request information. Since this is Anne's listing, will go to Anne. Location information, interior features, the plus symbols can open up to more, and then the rest of the photos down below. If you click on a photo, it will pop up bigger and you can scroll left and right through them. So everyone should be in the Meet the Team section. If you're not there, let Marielle know by emailing her at klrw10076 or 889@kw.com, and we'll get you in there. And whenever you have a contact information adjustment, just let us know about that. We've got a career section for agents that might be interested in working with us. It's got a little bit of information about who we are, about our training, about our marketing, about our tech, some of our brand values, and information about leaders on the team. We also decided to put a learning center in here, and this is an ever-growing thing. We are adding this session each week and other trainings that we have access to. I recognize that this is redundant with what we do on YouTube, but the purpose of having video content on the in the Learning Center on our website is to attract people to you for real estate services. So the more content you have, especially these links all get you to Google, to YouTube rather, which is a Google product. This is designed to help with LLM search and SEO, search engine optimization. So the Learning Center is there as well, and we've preloaded it with content. If you would like to be included in that, if you've got video content or articles about our communities, for example, let me know and we'll add those here and help improve the site and get more eyes on us. So that's our new and improved website. It does look good on mobile and on tablet as well. The provider again for it is Agent Image. I also want to remind you about BrokerBot. And as you should know, BrokerBot is our AI tool that we had built for both Top of the Rockies and Mountain Properties. You can get to BrokerBot at the BrokerBot website, which is app.brokerbot.ai. You can also get there in an audio format by dialing the BrokerBot hotlines. When you dial the hotline, you have a back and forth conversation with AI. Now that might be great for heading to an appointment and role playing a script. It also might be great when you're locked out of the office and you can't remember the code to get in. So if you call into Top of the Rockies standing outside of the Breckenridge Business Center and ask for the code, it's going to get that to you. You can also use the main BrokerBot website on a mobile device, and it's optimized for mobile as it should be. When I go into BrokerBot, and mine has both market centers, I think about things that you can do in here, and a little bit around the structure of this. The BrokerBot AI tool mashes up ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and it has guardrails on it. In other words, it is not your one-stop for all AI place. It is your one-stop for anything real estate oriented, because this tool has some guardrails that prevent it from giving you misinformation and delusional responses. We've preloaded the Top of the Rockies and the Mountain Properties sites with all of our contracts, with as many community short-term rental guidelines as we know. with various other localized tools so that when you ask it a question, it should give you good information. And when it gives you bad information, we have the ability on the back end to say that was a wrong answer and we need to get that right. And it flags things that when you say this isn't right, it flags it for us to fix. I'm going to just demo something that you could do with it this week. Give me 5 posts that I can use this week, optimize them to current trends and Instagram's current algorithm, include captions and suggestions for images. You want to start something like this with, I'm a real estate agent working in Estes Park, Colorado. So it works just like all AI tools, but it is specifically centered around real estate. And we're not going to spend too much time waiting for an answer here, but I do want to show you a different use case as that's thinking. So give me just a minute.
Hi, 25 Cottage Circle. Cottage.
Oh, Mary, I'll watch that. Please. Okay, giving it a second more to think. Okay, so there you go. Post 1 is a reel. Post 2 is a carousel suggestion. Post 3 is a reel. Post 4 is another carousel. By the way, carousels are really in right now. And post 5 was an engagement post. Ask me anything poll. It gives you all the ideas and then suggestions about how to optimize it for the algorithm. Another use case for this could be, I should have hit copy. Hold on a second. Another way this becomes handy is for Keller specific things, like how do I submit a DA request? So you can use it for broad real estate purposes, but you can also use it for specific questions about how we operate because BrokerBot has our office policy manuals and all of our office documents and procedures in it. Marielle's done a great job of going through and tweaking the responses to make sure that you get great answers. If you're wanting to know how you get paid on a personal transaction, if you want to know how to deal with a referral, if you want to know, like it's asking now, how to submit a DA request, it has answers for all of these use cases. So any questions about that before we move on?
Russ, I've just got a comment, and this is an important one.
Yeah.
If I use Claude and have different projects in Claude, and I've used Chat GPT. The thing that's nice about BrokerBot, for whatever reason, it has much more bandwidth. So if you sometimes in Claude or Chat GPT, if you upload a lot of documents, let's say that you upload several HOA documents and you're looking to flag any concerns about an HOA, and let's say you're uploading the decks, the articles, several different HOA docs. A lot of times, Claude and Chat GPT won't allow file sizes that large. BrokerBot will allow you to upload several files and it doesn't get jumbled up.
Yeah, absolutely. Another nice thing to run through this, and I've done it, is, if you're making an offer, submit an offer into it and say, tell me what's good about this offer or tell me where my mistakes are. And that is, and that's another option. Last thing I wanted to mention about BrokerBot is synced with Command. So you can add contacts into Command through BrokerBot. Just say, add Mary Smith to my contacts database and then allow it to ask you to follow the prompt, or allow it to ask you questions. It'll ask for the minimum contact information, which is name, phone number, and I think you have to do like a group or a tag like SOI and an email. But it will end up in your command database. You can also use BrokerBot currently to add to-dos, and the integration keeps getting better and better. So if you haven't played around with the first time you ask BrokerBot to do something in command, it's going to ask for permission to create the integration. So you do have to go through a little bit of setup in order to do that, but BrokerBot will lead you through it. Am I making sense? All right. Let me just see here. I want to talk a few moments about a tool that's been in our system for a long time that a lot of us don't know about. And it is the referral tool. And I feel like I've been using this a lot lately. And maybe it's because I get inundated with questions like, who's the best realtor in Nashville? Or, I'm thinking about buying a home in Boca. And I wanted to just remind you, especially for those of you who are new to the system, that if you are in KW Command and you go to this, I don't know what you call that symbol, but it's like a flag on a map, right? If you mouse over this, it says referrals. And oh, by the way, if you just push the KW logo, you can see all the names without having to mouse over. But if you ever have a client who says, I need a realtor in such and such place, the first place you might go is to this referrals tool. And since I said Boca, I'm going to just find Boca on the map. I went right to map. And I'm going to start zooming into Boca. And at a certain point, my zooming in is going to populate. Here it is. It's going to populate all of the Keller Williams sales that have happened in that area. Now, on the right side, in a moment, it's going to give me agents. But for now, we're not quite zoomed in enough to get that. All right. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 501 agents in this partial column, which we can zoom through. And you'll note that the sorting is currently set to random. But I might be interested in somebody that, since my Boca client is looking to buy, I might want to sort this by buy sides. And when you do that type of sorting, you can go to the top result. And when you click the caret down, you'll note that Peggy Cruz is on the Laurie Finkelstein reader team. She has closed 60 units on this map. She has closed in the last year. Laurie's got a huge team. This team has closed 678 total units, and her buy side is at 358. So now when you call your client and say, I've got an agent for you, it's not just the team leader down there's favorite person. It's not just the first name that popped up, but you've actually got the details. Laurie and Peggy are on the same team. Camilla's on the same team. Let's go down a little bit and just show you. Here's Justin. Justin was at the Rocky Mountain Summit a few years ago. And oh, by the way, he's a luxury agent. Justin has sold 17 homes on this map. 34 total buy sides. Sales volume last 12 months is 50 million. Average deal size is 648. We've got his contact information. We've got his phone. We've got his email. Now, you can hit new referral and actually send this excuse me, you can hit this button and actually send him the referral digitally. But you can also pick up the phone and call him. Does this make sense what I'm showing you here? I think a lot of us know that this is that you can do referrals in here, but I don't think based on the calls I get that many of us know we can actually see the stats on the person we're referring.
Hey, Russ.
Yes, sir.
I use this all the time to find good agents in other areas, but don't we still need to upload the referral form, the referral agreement
100%.
into the opportunity and command?
100%.
Okay.
You can create the referral in here. You can negotiate the referral amount in here, but you must document everything with digital signatures. So,
Okay.
yeah, this to me is a research tool. That's its best use case from my perspective.
Hey, Russ, can I add on to that too?
Yeah.
The cool thing about using the referral part in KW is that you can actually have updates sent between you and the referring agent,
Yeah.
which is nice. And then the other thing I want to mention to everyone is to make sure that you go in and update your marketing profile. And I think there's one more profile, but your marketing profile, because that's what everyone will see when they're looking for you as a referring agent.
That's a great
Like
point to make.
your bio and
And yeah, if you go to your name in the top right corner and you go to my profile, you can update your about me. You can update your contact information. I think there's an additional area. There might be an additional area under marketing that you need to update, but certainly go up to your name here and do that. So thank you for
okay, yeah,
that.
I see it. So
that
my
call.
profile is outward facing towards the referral part, but then the other thing that you're thinking of that I was also thinking of is like your website marketing
Yeah.
profile. And that has switched to the websites portion of
Down here.
command. And then you'll see manage settings, and then you'll go into all of that profile. Oh, agent profile there.
Manage
I'm
settings.
I'm pretty sure this is for your website and app, and then the my profile is for KW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perfect. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Sarah. Okay. Next thing I wanted to share was Connect. So KW Connect is our KW Connect is our learning center built right into the command website. You can go in here and take a class. And if you scroll through here, you can see upcoming classes that we are offering. You can also go into Connect and go through the library. And in the library, you will see not live classes, but if you wanted to, like if you missed my class on Thursday, I'm teaching Win with Sellers. You can go right in here and download the manual for the class and get all the content. You're not getting the performance by the instructor, but this is worth a look. We also have self-study courses, Breakthrough 120, which is our newer agent or agents who are not hitting their goals class, is a great one to take. Value Squared is a self-study class, and this is all video-based content. Value Squared is about how to increase the commission rate that your clients are willing to pay you. List to Last is a self-study course on listings. There are sections in here besides the KWU. There are specific sections on listings, working with buyers, lead gen, the market of the moment, state of the industry is a periodic update on what's happening in the real estate industry. Then there are classes on how to use command. There are links to our upcoming events. And oh, by the way, we just launched tickets for Family Reunion 2026. family reunion, excuse me, 2027. Let me go to the right page. I'm getting my years mixed up. We just launched Family Reunion 2027. It's going to be in Houston, February 19 through 2022, or through 22. And our keynote speaker in Houston is Brene Brown. So if you're a Brene Brown fan, and I know lots of you are, this is a great opportunity to meet with her. Okay. Last thing that I wanted to click on is the weekly newsletter that we send you. Go ahead, Carrie.
I was just going to say on in Connect, when people can go and like download manuals and stuff for the different classes. One thing that's been super helpful for me is take that manual and load it into Claude or ChatGPT and then have it be your personal instructor. And it's going to teach based on everything it already knows about you. So that's an easier way to get through it if you don't prefer to just sit there and read a manual, which is
That's a
not the
really
thing.
great
Yeah.
point, Carrie. You know what else is in there? Is a lot of the toolkits. So not just the manual, but all the stuff that's discussed, buyer intake forms, seller intake forms, surveys that you can send your clients. There's a lot of things in there. Last topic I wanted to go over is the newsletter that we send you every Friday. Now, I know that 60% of you read it, and I know who you are. And by the way, we love that 60% of you read it, but I wanted to just share with you a couple things that are in it, because if you're like me, you read the first sentence and then you're out. Typically what we do in the newsletter each week is we give a link to this session that we do each week. Now, last week, since we were at Mega Camp, I just gave a summary of what Gary talked about from stage. We give some business suggestions based on the Lift speaker under the categories prepare, focus, and execute. Because I feel like sometimes you can listen to a 30-minute presentation from a great speaker and it gets a little hard to say, now, what do I do next? So we make some suggestions. We give a very brief calendar with links into the various sessions that we're having. By the way, added to the calendar this week is Whatever Wednesdays with Ryan in the Edwards office. He's doing that from 10:30 to 12:30 every Wednesday. That's a great place to go if you've just got general questions. And oh, by the way, at the bottom of the calendar of the newsletter, you'll notice if you ever want to meet with me, that's my calendar. If you ever want to meet with Leslie, that's her calendar. So Ryan, Leslie, and I have ways to get a hold of us built into this newsletter. We also in here tell you about upcoming events, and we give you links to the calendars so that you can see all the stuff. I wanted to share with you the toolkit that we link to each week. And when you click on anything in this toolkit, you will see our link tree. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. And some of you, it's great for you. Others, we do a weekly mortgage update that you can use to talk to your clients. We do stats every week for your agents, and just to give you for you, and just to give you a sense, if you are looking at Eagle County, you'll notice that the most recent luxury market overview was published on the 21st, which was last Friday. It's the same for Grand Summit and Park. The most recent total market overview was published on April 21st. The next one will go out on the 28th. The total market overview is a breakdown of all the content in the MLS by price bands. We're giving you actives, pendings, etc. This is intended for you to take on your next appointment and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I just ran numbers for Eagle County. Here they are. We ran them on Friday. And then the next time you meet with them, you send them the most recent one. The idea there is you're showing them that you're doing the required work to stay on top of things. The luxury version of this report is the exact same, but it starts at 5 million for Eagle County. And we've made distinctions for each county of how much we're going to start these off. What the luxury break is. So that's under stats for agents. Every week we add to the newsletter content section. The newsletter content section is designed for you to come in and copy and paste what you're interested in. There's a little intro. There's some Summit County info. There is some Eagle County info, Grand County info, and so on and so forth. Generally speaking, we try to have this will launch Thursday night, Friday morning. We try to have what's happening this weekend and what's happening a little bit into the future. And you can pick your area and copy and paste whatever you'd like. We've got a vendor list here of vetted vendors that you all have suggested to us. And we're always interested in more. TCPA rules and resources, past sessions of the lift, past sessions of the Mile High Market Brief, which is that stats thing that Charles and I do every week, our podcasts, our regional rallies, all of our social media pages, and sign up for floor duty. So I'm sharing this with you all, and I know I just kind of, vomited a lot of stuff on you, but I'm sharing it because the questions that I get sometimes, and Ryan gets them, and Will gets them, and Leslie gets them, and Eric, sometimes it's stuff that we're sending you every week. And so I just wanted to spend a few minutes today and kind of orient you to what we've got. If you have questions for me, please reach out. And happy to help. You all have a great Tuesday. I'll see our Vail people at the barbecue on Saturday, and Summit, I'll see you the next week. Take care, everybody.